Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the free-to-play and pay-to-win Supreme Arena defenses I've come up with for this week. We're going to lead it off with free-to-play team number 1, which is going to be a Pandora Chimera team. We have Nero to take an enemy Lily May interruption. We have Thorin to protect the Nero to some extent. We also have Pandora going to be healed up immediately from Ludovic, and she is not on a rearmost tile, so she's probably not going to be targeted by different heroes. And we're going to have the Grim Executioner as well as more tanking for the front line. Blood Moon spell is definitely the best choice for a Pandora Chimera team because it gives her the buff 3 seconds into the match, so that when Chimera is going to be unboxed, she's going to have the attack buff running and she's going to be able to burst the opponent as quickly as possible. So overall, this should be a very good team that you can run, should do well. And also, this is the only map this week that doesn't have the special only 3 heroes are deployed, like kind of unique effect, and that is why Pandora is really only going to be that effective in this first team over here. Okay, so for team number 2, we have the Infinite Front Rallying Grounds. This is basically the same effect as the previous week. However, unlike the previous week, now both map 2 and map 3 are going to have this effect. So you're going to have to come up with 2 good teams, which are going to be good for basically a 3v3, and then eventually 2 other backup heroes. So here we have Faramore, Lily May, which I think are really honestly good together. They're very strong. The only thing that you could maybe think about is rather than Soothe Rain spell, you could think about even, for example, a Star Bless spell. But Soothe Rain is like more defensive. Star Bless is a bit more offensive. But I'm going to recommend the Soothe Rain spell. I think the healing and vitality, especially combined with Damien healing as well, hopefully it will be able to sustain these two. And Faramore and Lily May, they really can run down and break through an enemy team because Faramore's ultimate deals a lot of damage, and Lily May also right from the beginning Rainstorm Ballet and also interrupting any key ultimate of the opponent. So this is going to be a good core. And then the backup heroes are going to be Tossie and Iron. Iron, a lot of people have built up, same with Tossie, and Tossie will have great, damage once she can cast her ultimate, and she should be able to clean up this match. So those are basically my recommendation for this team. Also, the Snow Stomper is going to be on standby. He will come out like as soon as the 20 seconds pass. And then he will ult, and then if there's a Lily May, it will interrupt him, and then Iron will get off his free ultimate. So that is why we have the positioning like this. Okay, then for map number 3, another Infinite Front Rallying Grounds. And here I'm running a team which I think is going to be really good. Basically, we have Damon. We have Bonnie behind the Damon, being buffed up by him. And then we have Citron as well, with the Seismic Swell to crowd control the enemies for the first 5 seconds. So this is overall going to be very effective because Citron and Bonnie, they're going to spread their debuffs, causing massive vitality reduction, damage over time. Damon as well is going to tank really well for my team. So if the opponent goes for like a Bailaran type strategy, it's not going to be very effective. That is why I think like a team like this is going to counter those Bailaran teams, which sometimes people try to run on these maps, and this is just going to be more effective. And then on standby, we have Sylvina to complete the Graveborn faction, because a lot of people have Sylvina built, and she will be a strong option on standby to be dealing damage immediately when she enters the match. And then we also have Siren, who once he can cast his ultimate is also going to deal really good damage. And we have Grim Executioner to tank for the team as well. So overall, this should be a very effective team, and overall budget-friendly option as well. And before we move on to the pay-to-win teams, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. Okay guys, so here we have the pay-to-win team. So pay-to-win team number 1 is going to be the same as I was running on map 3 in the previous week, because it did really well for me. It was basically undefeated. So you have the Dunlinger to protect from enemy ultimates. You have the Diurnal to be buffed up and with that shield in the back. And then you have a bunch of temporary buffers. We have Leica, we have the Divine Favor artifact, we have Ravion. All are going to be buffing up Diurnal further to give him his max intoxication stack, since he's going to be dealing damage. Cooler as well is going to crowd control the enemy team, where everyone provides that basically initial survival when an ally is going to take a fatal blow. The lifesaver shield is really powerful. And then yeah, so this is basically the team concept. Now of course, if you don't have Diurnal and you want to run another hero here, you can run any nuker, literally any nuker that benefits from temporary buffs, like for example Perseus, Lily May, any hero that is just gonna, maybe even Siren. Honestly, all of these are good options to combo well with Ravion being buffed. And yeah, so basically that is going to be some substitute substitutions you could try to make. For team number 2, it is going to be the Athalia Saida team. Unfortunately, these maps are so awkward for getting to have your 3 frontmost heroes to be deployed. I was unable to have both Athalia and Saida on the Stellar Bond, so I had to choose one, and I chose Athalia to just give her more stats and more basically energy recovery so that she can nuke the enemy more. And I found that in my previous week of testing, Soothe Rain Spell was a bit better on this comp as compared to Blood Moon Spell, so that's why I'm running Soothe Rain Spell here. Just a vitality healing is going to be more difficult to deal with, and Saida over time is just going to begin spawning her Drain Seeds, and that is the whole idea behind this comp. And then in the backup, we have Theodore buffing up Shimira so that they're going to cast an ultimate pretty quickly when they enter the match, and that is going to be massive damage as well. So that is basically the team concept here. Now, if you wanted to, for example, replace a hero here, you can replace Saida for basically other Celestial Hypogeans. Athalia really is the key one, but the reason Saida is so good in this initial phase is she can set up her Drain Seeds really easily in a 3v3 situation, and she strolls really well, and Athalia wants to have a stroller along with her. That is basically important. Okay, moving on, we have the same team number 3. Basically almost the same team number 3. This is slightly different, a more improved version. So it's going to be Damon buffing up Bonnie, because this Bonnie Citrana Damon core, this is going to be very strong. Honestly, you could even try something like Niru, but the reason I have Damon is he's such a good tank, so much shielding for the team, and that's really going to help basically just stall the enemy out longer, and also just keep more survival for the Bonnie. But definitely, like, this would be more of a nuking strategy, having the Niru here. But I think overall, just Damon, Bonnie, Citrana, they should be able to spread their debuffs fast enough. Like, all 3 of them are magic damage dealers. Damon, Bonnie, and are both going to be hitting most of the enemy team pretty early on into the match, and then that is just going to spread all of these debuffs, and then they're going to be in trouble, right? That is the whole idea behind this comp, and the fact that you immobilize them with the Seismic Swell at the beginning, that can also be very strong. This is I really like this artifact with this Drought sort of team, because we don't really have crowd control. The only crowd control will be eventually Siren. So in the back, we have Niru giving its charm bonus to Siren to boost his damage even further. And also, if the opponent has a Lily May, Niru will take an enemy Lily May interruption. Siren's going to go off after that. And then we have the Grim Execution or Phantomal. So basically, guys, those are going to be the top teams I recommend for this week. Hopefully, they do well for you. If you have any other team ideas, you can feel free to share them in the comment section down below. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There is a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.